It's raining again. And after a whole summer of not having any rain, now it's raining all the time, and I know that this is what Danish weather is, and I don't care, I just don't want it to rain anymore. Good morning, y'all. It is Monday, and honestly, that weekend flew by really fast. I swear, I didn't do a single thing. I was kind of feeling a little bit under the weather, so I was just lazy in bed. I don't even think I really left my house except to walk the dog. And you know what? Sometimes you need weekends like that. I know next weekend I am going to be out of town, so I am really glad that I was lazy for the past 2 days because Lord knows I'm not gonna get that opportunity next weekend. The first bell has already rung, so I have about 10 minutes or so before I have to go outside and grab my kids. All right, y'all, so it is Tuesday. We did a little bit of a fast forward just because I didn't really have a lot of time yesterday to talk. And yesterday I was definitely interrupted while I was filming by my principal, which I'm not mad at because I had expressed that it was really chaotic for me to not have my assistant in the morning. We had planned for my principal to come down and spend like 20 minutes of my morning with me just so he could see the transition from the drop-off point outside into the classroom and just so we can try to brainstorm how to make that process smoother. My classroom is pretty much all set up for the day. Once again, we are continuing with free play because our units and our subjects do not start until the first week in September. But I do have a bunch on my to-do list. I still have not taken pictures of my kids for the month of August. If you saw my vlogs from last year, you know that I make goodbye books at the end of every year. And one of the things that I do is take a picture every single month. This is our last week in August and I haven't taken a single picture. So I really need to do that this week. I really want to be as productive as possible because I left around 3 o'clock yesterday, which is really early for me. And my goal is to leave between 4 and 4:30 today. But anyway, y'all, I am going to stop talking because I have a couple things that I need to do paperwork wise. And then I'm gonna go outside and grab my class. All right, y'all, it is now like 11:20. I have 4 or 5 minutes before I have to go outside and get my class. I did try to print out and laminate our schedules for recess duty, but the printer upstairs has no toner, and then I went a floor above that to try to use that one, but it was busy. So I didn't get to print that out. I guess I have to try that again. It is really annoying that we do not have a printer on this floor because I have little legs and having to walk all that way, it gets exhausting. But I mean, it's not life or death if I don't print this stuff out now. I can do that after my kids leave at 2:20 today. All right, y'all, it is time for me to stop talking because I have to go get my kids and then bring them inside so we can start getting ready for lunch. All right, y'all, it is the end of the day and I'm sorry, but my dog is right here. So he's trying to get my attention. I had a meeting with the other two pre-K teachers after school and we were just talking about logistics stuff for next week when we start the subject rotations, and also talking about things like birthdays and just other things that we have coming up in the future. I left work around 4:10, 4:20, but then I went to the grocery store close to work, and then I had about half an hour traveling back on the bus and train. I didn't bike yesterday or today, mainly just because I was feeling so lazy, and I don't know what it is about rainy days, but I'm just not motivated to get on my bike. I probably should be biking every day, but let's be real, some days we just get lazy. As far as bringing any work home, I didn't really bring anything with me today just because I didn't think I would be that productive tonight. I don't really think I'm gonna be responding to any emails or anything. I'm gonna go make some dinner because I am starving. Okay, maybe starving is a little bit dramatic, but I'm pretty hungry. See y'all tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. It is Wednesday morning, and I've been here for about half an hour already. I was printing out the pictures of my kids. I was trying to track down laminating sheets. For some reason, people don't replace them, which is a little bit annoying. But whatever, what are you gonna do? I was going to go to the grocery store just to pick up some milk, but I forgot my credit card at home, which is so infuriating. I really hope it's at home. Now I'm kind of panicking, and I hope I didn't lose it. But anyway, the second bell is gonna ring in 2 minutes, so I'm gonna go outside and grab my kids. Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday, and once again, we are fast forwarding because I had no time to talk yesterday. I left work around 3 o'clock because I had plans to meet up with a friend of mine, and I have to run home and walk the dog first, so I wanted to be sure that I had enough time to do that before going out. And I also left a little bit early yesterday just because I know that I'm going to be here until about 5 o'clock today. We have our whole staff meeting at 3:45, I want to say. And then I have another meeting with the after-school coordinator and the other 2 pre-K teachers. So today is going to be a long one. But hopefully that means that I'm actually going to have time to check in with you guys later. Anyway, the bell is gonna ring really soon, so I'm gonna go outside and grab my class. All right, y'all, it is the end of the day on Thursday, and it is 5 o'clock. I was here so late because I had a meeting with the after-school coordinator and the other 2 pre-K teachers, as well as all 3 assistant teachers, and that only ran for about half an hour. And then we had the whole school meeting, which went from 3:35 to 4:30ish. And then, of course, I started chatting with one of the other pre-K teachers, and here we are, it's 5. And I was really hoping that the rain would let up, but it hasn't. Thankfully, I have my raincoat. I could probably stay and get some work done, but I know I'm really not gonna be productive, so I'm just gonna suck it up and bike home in the rain. See y'all tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. It is Friday. I feel like I have been the absolute worst vlogger this week. I am still trying to get into the swing of things with my schedule, and the fact that we have so many of the pre-K students in the after-school program means that they need to use my room until about 3:30 to 4 o'clock, depending. Actually, I don't really know because I'm never able to be in here. So I don't actually know how long my room is used for in the afternoon. So that is the main reason why I haven't been able to sit and talk after school just because I don't really have a space to do that right now. And I mentioned either in the last video or the one before that I usually don't film at home, but I do think that I'm gonna have to start doing that because I'm really not able to do it here at school. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I have a really sore throat today, and I was honestly this close to calling in sick. But then I remembered that my assistant teacher is leaving at noon today. So I really didn't want to have the situation where there are 2 subs in my classroom. Mainly because I still haven't finished my sub folder, and it's a lot of work because it's mainly just writing out procedures of everything that we do at every point in the day. So I'm really not comfortable calling in sick until that's done, but who knows when that's gonna be. This is going to be our last day that is fully free play. We are going to be starting our subject rotations on Monday. And by that, I mean that the other 2 pre-K teachers and I will all be teaching a subject to all 3 of the classes once a week. On Monday, we will have our own class for our own subject, and then on Tuesday, Wednesday, we will rotate to the other 2 teachers. This is gonna be the first time that we do this, so it's gonna be an adventure. I'm really looking forward to it, mainly because I get to teach art, and let's be real, that's what I went to school for. It's what I'm most passionate about, so I'm really excited. But I'm also really looking forward to it because then I don't really have to plan as much for the week. I'm really only looking at unit plans for my own homeroom class and then art plans for 2 different classes. All in all, I really think that my workload is going to be a lot easier just because I'm not gonna have to be planning something different every day. But for real, y'all, I really gotta go, so I will maybe check in with you later, but I don't really know. Today might be a little bit of a busy day. All right, y'all, so we have fast forwarded a bit. It is actually 7:30. I did have prep today because my kids were in PE, but I used that time to have kind of an impromptu meeting with my assistant teacher because we didn't really get to cover everything in our short meeting yesterday. Towards the end of the day, I was really not feeling great. I mentioned in the morning that I had a sore throat, and you could kind of still hear that my throat is a little bit on the scratchy side. I ended up leaving around 2:30, which is really early for me, but I knew that if I stayed, I really wouldn't get anything done just because I was not feeling good. And then I meant to check in right when I got home, but honestly, y'all, I was so exhausted. I walked my dog and then I got into comfy clothes and I got in bed and I passed out. And I woke up maybe like half an hour ago. I decided to take my temperature and I do actually have a fever. So I'm hoping that I will be able to rest up a little bit this weekend and come back fresh on Monday. I know that next week is really going to be on the chaotic side just because we are starting up our subject rotation, and I was a little bit worried about this because historically I have been a little bit of a control freak, and one of the things that I'm really trying to work on this year is to let go a little bit and to be more flexible and to kind of just go with the flow a little bit more. And I don't want it to sound like I've stopped caring because I definitely haven't, but I am learning to pick my battles a little bit. Even though it's only been a couple weeks into the school year, I can already tell that because I'm letting go a little bit more and being a little bit more flexible that I am not nearly as stressed out and I'm not as anxious, and honestly I feel a lot happier. But let's be real, I mean, part of why I'm feeling so great about this school year is because I am finally going to teach art again as a subject. I really can't wait to get the ball rolling, and I'm really glad that I get to start with my class, and I'm really looking forward to being able to teach the other 2 pre-Ks as well. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that even though I'm not really feeling the best physically right now, I am feeling pretty great emotionally. And I am really looking forward to going to work on Monday. But that being said, I am going to stop talking and rest up because I actually have a pretty eventful weekend planned. Not that I'm really doing anything crazy. I mean, I'm just going out of town for like a night. But that's it for me, y'all. I'll see you next week. What you doing? Hi. Ow, ow, ow. La 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 la. La 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 la. My hair is a mess. Oh, 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 oh. What am I doing? Oh, wow. Ow. What's in my eye? What am I even talking about? Let me try again. You can see his ear right there. Gosh, there's like a hair. Ugh, is it? Oh, Lord. I honestly don't know what I'm trying to say right now.